Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
What a nice fall weekend it was.
I know, right? Before we know it, winter's around the corner, right?
Well, it felt like fall, didn't it?
It certainly did, especially the wind. But at least today, we got some warmer temperatures approaching. We're talking maybe near 70 here.
My.
Yeah, that's right. Let's take a look outside. A live view in Cooperstown this morning. Again, it's a pretty quiet scene out there to start your day today. Temperature 45 degrees, and the winds certainly a little bit nicer this morning. We take a look across the state. It's a bit chillier out in the southern portions of New York State, 37 down in Poughkeepsie. But 52 in Syracuse, 49 in Rochester, heading up north, 42 Saranac Lake, 51 in Watertown. A look at the Yorkville Battery Live radar. We got some green on here. That's just birds migrating. For the most part, we got a pretty dry morning. We zoom out, we got a few spritzy showers out to the west. Again, these are one of these shower chances that might produce a light sprinkle, but that's really about it. Following that, though, we've got some sunshine chances approaching us as we head into the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s, potentially hitting the low 70s if we're lucky. Now, the next few days, well, especially tomorrow, another warm day on tap. Then we got some widespread rain in the middle of the week on Wednesday. We'll talk how much rain and how the rest of the week temperature-wise is shaping up straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. President Trump has...
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Monday morning. Time now is 5:11. Overall, here's what you can expect heading out the door in your forecast in a minute today. Now, we'll first take a live look outside in downtown Utica from our Nexus Center camera. Already starting to see that early morning twilight as the sun rises to get earlier and earlier. In fact, officially we're at 5:55 that sunrise time. 45 degrees of temperature outside at Griffiths and Rome, an east wind of 6 miles an hour, and overall some cool wind chills there with a dew point of 39. It's slightly on the more damp side this morning when it comes to the air versus on the drier side. Feels like 42 out. Yorkville Battery Live radar. Again, we are tracking that bird migration this morning, but aside from that, we zoom out, we turn off the noise, you can kind of see the overall pattern of rain chances heading their way eastward throughout the region here locally. So when it comes to rainfall today, again, stray shower if that's this morning. This afternoon, it's drier, even sunnier, with highs pushing the upper 60s to low 70s. Yeah, it's got some very nice weather on tap today. Tomorrow, we got some warmer temperatures too, but we're dodging some storm chances, and then widespread rain on Wednesday. We'll be tracking all that rain for you coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. There has been a deadly out...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great weekend. Certainly yesterday, sunny, just a bit windy, kind of, as Gary mentioned earlier, felt like fall, but today and tomorrow, certainly feeling a little warmer out here in central New York. Here's a look at the radar and satellite. We've got a warm front moving in, which is, of course, producing those stray showers we were seeing, of course, last night and here and there early this morning. But as you look behind it, well, we've got some drier air to follow here as we head into the afternoon today, with even some more sunshine on tap as well. You see here today's highs climbing into the low 70s. The wind speed today as well, a little blustery, but it'll be more closer to a warmer wind than the cooler wind we saw yesterday too. That feels like temperature still hitting the low 70s. Rain chances you see right here, pretty much low, almost non-existent as we head throughout the afternoon today. But heading to the Skycast, there's a lot to talk about here over the next couple of days. So after that morning sprinkle chance, we got some sunshine this afternoon and highs in the upper 60s, pushing low 70s. Now, as we head into tonight, we're going to see a stray shower roughly after midnight through the early morning hours tomorrow. You see right here, a little damp to start your Tuesday. That rainfall will end. We will dry up a little bit just in time for another stray shower around 12 o'clock with temperatures in the 60s pushing low 70s. Maybe a rumble of thunder with this too, depending on how warm it gets. Then following that, another round of rain arrives. Head toward Tuesday evening around 5 p.m. This right here is a trailing cold front. It's going to cool things down a little bit overnight. Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, you see here widespread rain moving in around midnight, and this will linger at least for much of the area out to the west until early Wednesday morning. Then it begins to overspread, and pretty much all of Wednesday looks to be a washout here with widespread consistent rain, heavy at times, and highs in the 50s. The rain will exit as we head closer to the evening hours, and then eventually drying up a little bit overnight, but still dodging a few more of those showers out to the east. So let's talk rainfall totals. You see right here, we're pushing, say, an inch, 2 inches in some spots by the end of the next few days. Again, this is just total accumulation between now through Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. So a good soaker here as we approach the end of the week. Still, though, beyond the end of the week, into the middle of May, still this pattern persists. It's slightly below average. Again, by May standards, we're talking low 60s, upper 50s, which isn't a big cool down, but still, we're just not looking at any serious growth in temperature for the next several days, in fact, next week or so. So you see right here, today and tomorrow, feeling a little summer-like. We're back down into the 50s Wednesday through Friday, and then we're in that seasonably cool pattern here by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 50s and 60s. So, yes, today, a stray shower. This afternoon, it's sunny.
Yeah.
Downright beautiful. So, you gotta enjoy it.
We deserve it.
That's right.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is again, and thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. Today, on National Calendar Day, May the 4th be with you. And it's also National Weather Observers Day, so let's start this half hour with a check of that Storm Tracker 2 forecast. Eric?
Yeah, well, it is definitely May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, all you watching this morning, and certainly those Star Wars fans. We take a look outside in Cooperstown, where it's a pretty quiet scene out there. Temperatures in the 40s to begin your day today, so certainly a dry and somewhat warmer start, not frosty by any means. And we look at the temperatures here across the state itself, and we are warming up. We're in the mid-40s, pushing low 50s, heading out toward the Syracuse area. So clouds are a bit more persistent out to the west right now. We have at least a few clouds and some stray showers approaching. We take a look at radar scans right now. You can see it out toward Oswego, west of Syracuse right here. We zoom out, a few more of these spritzy showers. Again, we're not tracking a whole lot, but it's certainly something to maybe get your windshield wet as you're heading out throughout the mid-morning. But by the early afternoon and onwards, well, we're talking about a bit of a drier day in store for us. We go from the 40s up into the 50s by 10 a.m., 60s by noontime, pushing low 70s. If we're lucky, we get, of course, all that sunshine this afternoon. And it's looking dry as well, so no rain chances later on in the day today. It's a little breezy, though. We're talking mainly a southwest wind here, so it won't affect the temperature all too much. But either way, following today, well, we've got more rain chances tomorrow and Wednesday. Well, along with that, too, we've got a warmer day tomorrow, but will that warm stretch last with that rain? We have the temperatures, the rainfall, and everything you need to know to plan out your week ahead coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. President
You by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Happy Monday morning, everybody. Our photo of the day today, well, it brings us to a beautiful scene here in the fields of Gilbertsville. This was sent in to us by Marlene. And look at this shot here. You've got the silhouette of the tree in the background. and 2 deer as well, with a very vibrant sunrise. In my unbiased, but also somewhat biased opinion too, probably one of the nicest photos we've had all year long. We've had so many amazing photos over the last 4 to 5 months, and it's always interesting, thousands of photos later, that we still have photos like these that come in that remind me just how beautiful this area is. Either way, amazing photo right here of Gilbertsville. Shout out to those of you watching from Gilbertsville this morning. And if you have a photo like this you'd like to send to us, go to WKTV.com/weather/pics. That photo, every morning, brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. So today, we start out with maybe a stray shower. It does start out rather dry, though. We have more sunshine in the afternoon. Storm chances tomorrow and widespread rain Wednesday, but look at that. We got some cooler weather ahead. We'll talk that, plus that rainfall. We'll time it out coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Leadership Mohawk Valley class of 20.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Time now is 5:49, and let's start out by taking a look at what we can expect throughout your Monday and throughout the week ahead. Here's a look at the radar and satellite. A warm front moving through the area right now. It's going to usher in maybe a stray shower or two, but the overall direction today is pointing toward drier weather. This is the only real rain chance we're seeing today, and it's currently over the skies of Toronto right now. Now, today's highs will be climbing into the upper 50s, eventually upper 60s, low 70s by the early afternoon. Wind speed still a little blustery, but southwest winds here. So that feels like temperature really not going to change all too much, especially for this time of year. So, although it is blustery, you're going to enjoy this afternoon as plenty more sunshine begins to move in. But over the next couple of days, we're dodging some rain chances. Let's dive into it hour by hour. So we'll begin with today. You can see here we have a few stray sprinkles moving through. Sunshine moves in around noontime and continues for the rest of the day with highs upper 60s, low 70s. Overnight tonight, following midnight, we're going to see the possibility of a stray shower rolling through. This is a snapshot around 2:30, give or take a couple of hours here and there, but that rain will roll through. And it's scattered rain into the early morning hours Tuesday. So after a damp start, the rain will fizzle out a little bit, return again around noontime. A few downpours, maybe a rumble of thunder. Temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s like today, except tomorrow a little more unsettled. Then Tuesday evening, right around 5 p.m., a few more scattered downpours, rumble of thunder possible. That's that cold front that works through. It's going to cool things down as we enter the middle of the week. So following that rainfall, it's dry for the early overnight. However, by 1:32 a.m., widespread rain arrives Wednesday. Now, it will taper off a little bit again, return around the early morning hours, and then remain rather steady for much of the middle of the day, heavy at times as well. And then eventually that rain will move its way eastward and will dry out as we head into Wednesday night. Talking rainfall totals here, I wouldn't be shocked if some spots pick up 1 inch, 2 inches of rain from this event here. We'll closely watch the pattern of this, but at least for now, it looks to be a good soaker toward the middle of the week. And beyond that, heading into next week and beyond, between the 12th and the 19th, you still see here, as we head toward the middle to the end of May, it's still trending slightly below average. Meantime, western U.S. seeing above average temperatures. So for now, you see here as we enter our first full week of May, certainly it's nothing to write home about in terms of very warm weather. Summer isn't arriving early, but it's still not too bad. I mean, looking at low 50s, low 60s. It could be cooler, it could be snowier, but I think for the most part, we're seeing the end of that pattern and at least a slight warm-up.
Yeah.
So
goodbye to fall, right?
That's right.
Eric, thanks. Utica University honored its class.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Monday morning to you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And as we mentioned earlier, fall is finally over, we hope, right?
Yeah, I mean, we got some warmer days ahead. Maybe a cool down later this week, but at least today, Gary, we're talking 70s.
Nice.
Sunshine. Looking forward to that here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look outside. First, a live look in Cooperstown this morning. You can see here a pretty beautiful scene out there. A lot of trees starting to bloom as well. Temperature 44, so certainly warmer than yesterday morning's a bit frosty start. But either way, you can see here 45 at Griffiths, 39 Johnstown, 51 Watertown, 52 Syracuse. You can kind of see where that cloud cover has helped in terms of keeping temperatures on the warmer side overnight. Yorkville Battery Live radar. Yes, we're talking clouds, but still we also have some rain chances here early today. Here's a look at a frontal boundary rolling through. This is going to produce maybe a stray shower here and there across central New York, but for one, it's not going to amount to much, and it's not going to last long. The common trend today points towards sunshine and highs approaching the upper 60s to low 70s. So overall, we'll have a pretty nice afternoon on tap. Tomorrow, similar temperature, but we're also looking at a bit more in terms of rain, and especially a difference in terms of rain and temperature on Wednesday. So a lot to get through over the next few days. We have that full planned week ahead forecast for you coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. President Trump
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Time now is 6:12. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. We certainly had some pretty nice moments. There's some rain showers here and there, but at least Sunday, despite the wind, was sunny and certainly have some warmer temperatures to track today. Here's a look at your forecast in a minute. First off, current conditions outside right now. A live look in Utica. Pretty clear skies at the time being, but clouds are approaching a little bit from the west right now. Temperature 45 degrees, an east wind of 6 miles an hour. That's sunrise at 5:55, so already starting to see that early morning sunshine. Now look right here at the radar. We're tracking a few scattered light rain showers over the next few hours. It's not going to amount to much, but it might cause some rain to fall on your windshield, coat some surfaces, at least with some damp conditions, but it's not amounting to much. Following that, though, we're going to see that sunshine roll in and highs climb into the upper 60s, low 70s. Get out and enjoy the nicer weather today. Maybe take an afternoon walk on your break from work. And, of course, following today, we will have another warm day tomorrow, aided by a few more rain showers. And even more rain on Wednesday, but will that warmth stick around? We'll have the latest on that for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. There has been a deadly outbreak.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Time now 6:18. Here is a look at the radar and satellite this morning where we begin your day today. And so far, it's starting out rather quiet. But notice here we got a few stray showers approaching us, heading over the shores of Lake Ontario right now. And over the next few hours, we'll be seeing a few clouds and, again, a few of these stray showers. Behind it, though, it is rather dry. This is what we're expecting this afternoon in this vicinity here, which you can see is lacking in terms of any rain showers. So when it comes to the conditions today, we start out in the 40s. We climb into the 70s by this afternoon with even some sunshine chances too. A pretty nice afternoon expected. Yes, a little blustery here. We're talking 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. They're from the southwest though, and with the sunshine today, well, that feels like temperature really not going to change all too much. Sorry, I had a wasp below me. But either way, as we head throughout the day today, as you see right here, we've got rain showers passing through briefly and then sunshine and temperatures in the 70s. Overnight tonight, we're going to see the arrival of a few stray rain showers here again. This time, a bit heavier at times. This will linger through the early morning hours tomorrow. It's a little bit damp for your Tuesday morning commute. Following that, it dries up just in time for another round of rainfall in the early afternoon Tuesday here. Rumbles of thunder, well, certainly possible here. Highs upper 60s, low 70s. Once that rolls through, we got another round of scattered showers and downpours in the evening around 5 p.m. and that's when that cold front works through. Then we quiet down at least a little bit in the early overnight, and then by Wednesday morning we got widespread rain moving in. This is at 8 a.m. This is right around noontime, and this is beyond noontime, closer to 5 p.m. You see here a bit of a washout Wednesday, and then following that it will progressively dry up as we head toward Thursday morning. In terms of rainfall totals here, we'll not be shocked to see an inch, 2 inches in some spots here as we head throughout the day Wednesday. You can see generally this is the amount of rain we'll be seeing. So it's a good soaker, at least as we head toward the middle of the week. Toward the end of the week and beyond, into next week, you can see here our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook still showing that's cooler than average pattern. Meantime, the western U.S. here got that heat wave coming in. So at least when it comes to conditions following today and tomorrow, as you can see right here in the upper 60s, low 70s, we've got 50s on tap Wednesday through Friday, upper 50s, low 60s, Saturday and Sunday. Keep in mind our average high this time of year, I mean, we're talking low to mid 60s. So it's going to be below average, meaning 50s and 60s. So that's basically the trend here. But it's not terribly cold, not terribly rainy too, but at least we're dodging a few rain chances this week.
We can't seem to shake those 30s, though, especially overnight.
Yeah, overnight lows. That's why growing season, we always wait till Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
Eric, thanks. The Devil Wears Prada, and thank you for joining us for this half hour as you get the kids ready for the bus stop this morning. Not too bad out there. Eric, definitely a little warmer than yesterday morning for sure.
Certainly less frosty too as well. And we've got some sunshine, at least initially. Here's a look outside and a beautiful scene in Cooperstown this morning. Got some blue skies out there. Temperature sitting in the mid 40s. So as Gary mentioned, certainly a bit nicer, at least in terms of temperatures compared to yesterday. Now, mainly it depends on where you are. The farther south and east you go, the cooler it is. The cloud cover that's lingering over us last night kept our temperatures on the warm side, especially out to the west. You see there's Syracuse in the 50s, Griffith and Rome at 45, a little cooler at 39 in Johnstown and 51 up in Watertown. Yorkville Battery Live radar, it's not entirely dry this morning. We're dodging a few stray rain showers. You see here a couple in northwestern Oneida County out toward Camden, and right on the border of Oneida Lake heading out towards Sylvan Beach. You'll see that roughly in about maybe 10-15 minutes, that rain shower there. And then a few more showers up to the north and west. This is a weak frontal boundary that's going to move through. It's not going to amount to much in terms of any rain at all. In fact, following that rain chance, you're going to see here, we're going to warm up into the 60s, pushing low 70s by around the mid-afternoon with some sunshine moving in, remaining rather consistent. Now, tomorrow, temperatures are similar to this. We're going to be looking at a few more rain chances, maybe some rumbles of thunder too. And then we begin a little bit of a cool down with more rain expected Wednesday, but will we see any warm weather to follow? And how much rain can we see over the next few days? We have all those details for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. President Trump...
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to News Channel 2 at sunrise on this Monday morning. Look at our photo of the day today. Brings us to the town of Gilbertsville. Pretty much in my vicinity, down in my neck of the woods here. Actually a little bit to the east of it. But either way, look at this shot right here, sent in by Marlene, of a beautiful scene of the silhouette of a few deer and a tree with a vibrant, what appears to be sunrise out in the distance. Could also be a sunset. Either way, it's a beautiful sky out there, and what an incredible shot. Again, I feel like a lot of these photos that get sent in, you guys to me, seem like professional photographers. You would see these on, backgrounds for, your computer, or you'd find them on like stock images. So you see photos like these, and it's amazing to think, wow, these are in our own backyard. And who knows, maybe we'll think of doing something with all these amazing photos you guys have sent in to us. Thousands of photos, by the way. So again, a huge shout out to all of you sending those in. If you have one like that you'd like to send to us, go to WKTV.com/weather/pics. And as always, that photo and every photo every morning brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Leadership Mohawk Valley class of 2020.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now is 6:48, going on 6:49. We begin with a look at the radar and satellite early today. As you can see here, we start out with some quiet conditions, some sunshine, but at least here we can pick up on the scans. We have a few rain showers rolling through. It's a weak front coming in. It's not going to produce a whole lot of rain, maybe a few sprinkles here and there or a brief shower. Again, not expected to last long. Behind it, we got some dry weather moving in. Expect to see that for much of the second half of the day today. So if you have any plans, do any yard work after work, or just in general, go for a walk, take the dog out for a walk too. You got a pretty nice afternoon to do it. We're in the 70s by 3 to 5 p.m. Wind speed's a little blustery, 10 to 15 miles an hour, but certainly with the warmer temperatures and the sunshine, it won't quite feel that chilly. Still upper 60s, low 70s, that feels like temperature. But let's time out the rain chances, because following today, we got a few more of those to track. You can see here by noontime, it's sunny, it's dry, we're in the 70s, a beautiful afternoon on tap. As we head into the overnight hours tonight into early tomorrow after midnight, we're going to see a few scattered rain showers roll through. It's still warm overnight. We're still in the 50s, almost 60 degrees. It's a warm start tomorrow, but we're dealing with a few rain showers here. You can see on and off rain, so certainly you're going to have to maybe keep that umbrella handy, not only for the morning, but also for the afternoon and evening, right around noontime. A round of some rain showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder here as this front rolls through. Then a secondary front arrives during the evening commute time frame. Same story, rumbles of thunder possible, a couple of showers here and there. Then overnight, it does dry up briefly, but then by Wednesday morning, a few more scattered rain showers approach. These turn widespread and pretty steady for much of the day Wednesday. A bit of a washout here in the middle of the week. Temperatures a bit cooler following a cold front, so we're in the 40s by noontime and really struggling to hit that 50-degree mark as we head toward 5-6 p.m. That rainfall will inevitably begin to dry up as we head toward the overnight, so more or less Wednesday, as you saw there, again, a bit of a washout. So in terms of total rainfall projections here, I mean, I'm still thinking a lot of spots picking up an inch, maybe 2 inches in some spots in some of those outlying areas. But overall, this appears to be a good soaker as we head toward the middle of the week, on top of the few scattered rain showers we're seeing tomorrow. So all in all, this will provide us with a nice healthy dose of rainfall, keep those lawns green, especially as we look ahead. We still have a slightly above average rainfall pattern and a slightly below average temperature trend as we head beyond this week into next week. Now, this is not certainly a very cold stretch. We're only slightly below average, but still the heat stays to the west for the time being. That's the overall path of the jet stream for now. But aside from that, certainly I could say I'm not complaining here about some of these temperatures. I know I wish it could be a little warmer here, but in the 50s toward the end of the week, 60s by this coming weekend, and today and tomorrow. The warmest of these days here, we're in the upper 60s, low 70s today. It's dry, it's sunny. A few rain showers and storms tomorrow, but get out and enjoy it today at least.
Definitely. Eric, thanks. Utica University honored its class of 2026. This is Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, it dried out nicely. The sun is shining. It is gorgeous.
And after that, I mean, we had some initial rain this morning, but that's about it. The sun's continuing in and the temperatures keep climbing too. Here's a look at the latest conditions. A beautiful scene in Cooperstown this afternoon. The flag flying right there. It's a little breezy out today, but it's not expected to be terribly windy. In fact, it's not really going to impact the conditions all too much with those wind chills. We're already in the 60s right now in Cooperstown, 63 in Rome, 61 Hamilton, approaching near 70 out in Syracuse and in Rochester. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing dry conditions locally. Zooming out, we're not looking at anything coming in the short term, at least throughout the entire rest of the daylight hours today. Grilling, ice cream maybe. I know it hasn't been the best weather for enjoying warmer conditions for those evening ice creams, but I think today will warrant it at least. As we head into the evening hours here, 6 to 8 p.m., we're in the upper 60s, low 70s. We cool down to the 50s tonight. After midnight, though, we've got the arrival of a few scattered rain showers. Tomorrow, it's like this temperature-wise, but a little more unsettled with some rain, even some thunderstorms to track, and that might be the case as we look ahead to the rest of the week as well, at least in terms of rainfall. We're going to break down the timing of that for you coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Today, a major U.S.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. After a pretty dry start, we did see a brief shower in the morning. Didn't really amount to much, though. In fact, you take a look at radar and satellite here, it's already pushing its way eastward, and you can see behind it, there's not a whole lot of activity. Now, of course, there's rainfall out over here, but that's not expected to arrive at least until well after sunset, and likely when a lot of you are already sleeping. This is set to arrive after midnight. So, in terms of conditions for the rest of the day today, through this evening and the early part of tonight, we're talking about not a drop of rain expected, sunshine, warmer weather, upper 60s, low 70s. So in the meantime, obviously it's getting that time of year where yard work might be hard to avoid. Got some great conditions for mowing today. Tomorrow, you're going to be dodging a few rounds of thunderstorms. You have some windows here. It's not entirely a washout. Wednesday, however, is a washout. So if you had the choice, all these 3 days, Monday's your best spot for mowing. Mowcast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. So if you look at the Skycast today, after that morning rainfall, it's dry as a bone here this afternoon. Highs in the 70s, plenty of sunshine. Now, by tonight, as I mentioned, after midnight, we're going to see a few passing showers, setting the stage for scattered rain in the morning. Now, aside from the rainfall, it's actually not too bad temperature-wise. Upper 50s, low 60s early Tuesday. Then you see here a round of rain in the early afternoon, maybe some rumbles of thunder as well, so keep that in mind. That rolls through. We dry out again. Another round of rain in the evening hours. This is a trailing cold front. Following this, our pattern is going to change a little bit. We're going to be going down from the 60s to 70s into the 40s by the overnight hours Wednesday. Initially dry, scattered rain showers develop early Wednesday. Widespread rain persists pretty much throughout the entire afternoon into the early evening. Widespread turns to scattered rainfall. And again, a few more rain showers rolling through overnight. We don't officially dry up until Thursday morning. Even then, it's drizzly, it's foggy, it's misty, it's still a bit damp. So, although we do dry up officially the rainfall, it's still going to be a bit on the wet side. So we look at this projected rainfall here, and at least we've got a good opportunity for a soaking rain, at least for a lot of spots here, picking up over an inch, inch and a half. Some spots getting close to 2 inches of rain by the end of this. And again, this lingers through our forecast from today through Thursday. Your 7-day, as you see here, we go from the 60s and 70s today down to the 50s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, remaining seasonably cool as we enter the weekend. We'll be right back.
Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us to start this half hour, and why not start with a gorgeous day, right?
Yeah, we got that sunshine out there today, and it's warming up too. We're already in the 60s right now. Yeah. Let's take a look at the latest conditions out in Oneonta. Our viewpoint here over the City of the Hills right now. Temperature still hovering in the low to mid 60s. In the next couple of hours, we'll be hitting near 70 with all that sunshine on tap today. Now, yes, we have a few puffy cumulus clouds here, but not really amounting to much, and they'll be pushing away as the day moves on. But either way, you can see here pretty comfortable afternoon so far. The Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 radar zooming out a little bit. It's pretty much entirely dry. All of that light rain that we saw this morning, a brief window of it, already exiting. So, in the meantime, behind it, plenty of sunshine, warmer temperatures. Overall, a very nice start to the work week. And how about that for a Monday? Now, to be fair, the rest of the week is not really shaping up like this. We got some cooler days, some rainier days, some stormier days. We'll have a overview and timing of all that rain, any warmth that still linger, and everything else you need to know for your week ahead forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A shooting at a lake party in Oklahoma sent 12 people to the hospital. Luckily, no one has died. NBC's Emily Akeda has more.
Overnight,
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. After a brief round of rain in the morning, sure enough, it's already dried up, and yeah, we got a few clouds passing over us, but overall, it's a dry afternoon, more sunshine than not, and also even warmer as well. The radar and satellite, here's a live look outside right now. As you can see right here, the rainfall is exiting behind it. It's actually rather dry. Our next round of rain's actually up here, and that's set to arrive after midnight tonight. So between now through pretty much before you guys go to bed, well, it's going to be completely dry. So in the meantime, if you're doing any yard work, for example, mowing or whatnot, today, certainly the best day to do it. Tomorrow, you've got some windows in between thunderstorms and downpours. You could, especially if you do it for a living here, you can work your window in here, but still just watch out for thunder and lightning. Wednesday, certainly not. It's going to be cooler and rainier pretty much the entire day, almost a washout. So out of all these days, if you had the choice, definitely get your yard work done today. MoCast brought to you by Clinton Tractor. So let's time it out here on our Skycast. You see here that brief shower passing over us this afternoon. It's completely dry. Temperatures peaking in the low 70s. Overall, very nice. Still a bit blustery day out there today. Wind speeds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Clear skies initially tonight, and then again after midnight, as I mentioned, rain showers begin to work their way in, and it's going to be continuing into the early morning on Tuesday. So a bit of a rainy morning commute, but you certainly don't really need any cooler winter jacket. We're already in the upper 50s, low 60s to start. However, as we climb to near 70 in the afternoon, you see a round of some showers and downpours. This is again around noontime. And let's just fast forward, because pretty much the same thing just a few hours later at 5 p.m., another line of showers and downpours, thunder and lightning possible here. Then once that exits, we do dry up a little bit before more rain arrives as we head into Wednesday. Now, Wednesday is the rainier of all of our 3 days to start the work week here. Pretty much consistent, steady rain all day long, pretty much a bit more the higher north you go, but either way, that'll continue through the evening into the early overnight. Eventually does dry up by Thursday morning, but it's certainly a bit damp and at least a little bit misty here and there. When it comes to projected rainfall here, generally speaking, a lot of us picking up around an inch, close to 2 inches in some spots here. So a good soaking rain over the next few days. We'll see how it pans out for the rest of the week as well. But at least in the meantime, after a rainy start tomorrow and on Wednesday, following that, we're back into the 50s Thursday and Friday. Overnight lows in the 30s, remaining seasonably cool as we enter the weekend with highs in the upper 50s, low 60s. That will continue into the start of next week. Gary?
Eric, thank you. We are back with news.
first look at the forecast with the Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. The sun is shining today, but not going to last.
Yeah, enjoy it while it's out there. It's a beautiful day. We made it into the 70s, a lot warmer than we were expecting, and you can thank the May sunshine for making a huge difference. Current temperature 72 degrees. It is an absolutely beautiful day. The weather will be changing. It looks warm tomorrow, but it does look unsettled. We have the chance for a few thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, and then it gets wet for Wednesday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. If you're looking to get out this evening, again, the weather should cooperate. We're expecting the rest of this evening to remain dry, and you have until after 8 o'clock with daylight Showers return overnight. A few thunderstorms are possible tomorrow afternoon. We are watching an isolated chance that a few could get strong. But as we head into Wednesday, it's rain, and the rain looks pretty steady and widespread. Could be heavy in spots throughout Wednesday afternoon. This evening, partly sunny skies, beautiful temperatures in the upper 60s. Enjoy it because, again, we do have some unsettled weather ahead. Got to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
It's week 3 of Go the Distance.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Beautiful weather today. Enjoy it because the weather is going to change. We're expecting some wet weather to arrive tomorrow in the form of thunderstorms and then a steady soaking rain and a washout for Wednesday. We will get a chance to dry out later this week. Live look at downtown Utica. What a beautiful sight from our downtown camera. Partly sunny skies. We've got some fair weather cumulus clouds and again, just a lovely day. The weather is going to stay very nice this evening. If you're looking to get out and do some grilling, maybe cut the lawn, it is perfect weather to do that. It's very comfortable. Temperatures are in the low 70s. Again, enjoy it because things are starting to change. And it begins tomorrow. We do run the risk for a couple of storms. There could be a strong storm or two. There's a very isolated chance of that happening, but we are always keeping an eye on things. It looks like tomorrow afternoon we could have a couple of storms roll through. Reminder, if you're going to be on the go tomorrow, you want to have access to weather information on the go, any watches, warnings, or even just notifications if heavy rain or lightning is nearby. You can always download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Looking to cut the lawn, again, tomorrow, Wednesday, not great days to do that. I would recommend holding off until Thursday. If you can't get to it today, then we'll get a chance to dry out. And looks like Friday should be an okay day to do that as well. Temperatures are in the low 70s. West Berlin 73, Deansboro 71, Inlet 65, across Southern Valleys, Cooperstown 68, Morris 71, and 70 degrees in Norwich. Again, just a very lovely afternoon. We are tracking a cold front that moves in from the west. This will produce showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, and it gets hung up here, which means it brings more rain Wednesday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Clouds thicken up tonight. Could see a few showers overnight. Brief shower tomorrow morning. Temperatures are expected to climb into the low 70s tomorrow afternoon with the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, a couple of storms could be on the stronger side. The chance of that happening is pretty low. Heading into tomorrow night, the weather looks relatively cloudy and quiet. It's not until Wednesday morning that the front arrives, and it just gets stuck here. We're expecting steady rain throughout the majority of the day, cloudy skies, and just a cool afternoon with temperatures only in the low 50s. In terms of rainfall, I think this is going to be a pretty good soaker between what happens tomorrow and Wednesday. I'm thinking somewhere between about an inch to an inch and a half of rain region-wide. Is that enough to cause problems? Not really. We could get some ponding on roadways and some minor issues in poor drainage areas, but I think we'll be able to handle that for the most part for most of the larger bodies of water. Showers tonight, low 52. Tomorrow, a few thunderstorms in the afternoon. Temperatures in the low 70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A cool rain Wednesday, 53, but we do dry out. Temperatures in the 50s Thursday and Friday. Dealing with some showers heading into the weekend.
Well, thank you. Today is Melanoma Monday. The most Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
So we've had a very warm spring, but some of our viewers still finding snow. This was a picture of the last of it from Jim in Swancott Mills. It's been a very warm April and it's been a very warm March. And the reason why the snow is still lingering around, it's mostly the shade. Places that are really protected from the sun, you can still hold on to some of that snowpack. And of course, it's also a lot of these spots, the piles were very, very high going into the spring. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's nothing but sunshine, beautiful spring-like temperatures today. We're sitting at 72 degrees, mostly sunny skies, an absolutely fabulous afternoon. It's going to be a nice evening. The weather stays dry. Enjoy it, make the most of it, because as we look ahead, at least the short-term weather is looking rather gloomy. We're into the 70s tomorrow. We have a few thunderstorms around. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, temperatures will be cooler with highs in the low 50s, which is about 10 degrees cooler than what we typically are this time of the year. If you're going for a walk this evening with a dog, it's a great evening to get out and enjoy Max is tonight's Suit Your Dog from Rome. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Country music star Martin.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine. It's nice and warm. Temperatures made it into the 60s and 70s. 63 in Old Forge. Partly sunny skies. And things are continuing to green up. We have rain in the forecast as we head into tomorrow, especially Wednesday. That's going to really help things green up across central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. If you're looking to enjoy a lovely evening, the weather should cooperate. In fact, I would encourage you, if you need to cut the lawn, tonight would be a good night to do that, because the next couple of days we have rain in the forecast, and it's not going to be the weather is not going to cooperate for this. Thursday should be a little bit better. Our MoCast is sponsored by Clinton Tractor. The hummingbirds are out. We had a lot of people spot them this weekend. It's time to put the feeders out. They are now here, at least the first arrivals, and they will continue to migrate northward over the next couple of weeks. And they'll stay here for the remainder of the summer. Just a reminder, on days like today, as we get into the month of May, it's still too early to plant anything sensitive to frost. In fact, we have the possibility of frost Thursday night into Friday, so we want to hold off at least for the short term. Again, there's still the chance that we could get some cold weather here. Whitesboro, 68 degrees. Micah, New Hartford, 71. By the way, today is National Weather Observers Day, so I want to give a special shout out to our sky watchers who are doing this every day, helping us collect and report on temperatures. Cassville, Helen with 67 degrees, Sandy and Fairfield 70, Westford, Dave 64 degrees, Gary and Skidivas 72. Big picture showing low pressure working in from the west. This will be carrying a cold front that produces the chance of storms tomorrow. The front looks to get held up tomorrow night into Wednesday, and that's going to bring a steady soaking rain to central New York for the middle of the week. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Clouds thicken up. We are dry this evening, but we're wet tonight. The chance for a few scattered showers overnight. A few showers in the morning. The chance for thunderstorms in the afternoon. I think it will be in the afternoon. One or two storms could be on the stronger side. Should be the exception rather than the rule. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy skies. The rain comes in Wednesday. That front, again, just stalls in central New York. Looks like a cold rain. Temperatures in the 40s to low 50s. The rain continues throughout the majority of the day. We'll call it a washout Wednesday for sure. We're expecting a general inch to inch and a half of rain between tomorrow and Wednesday. Again, enough to soak into the soil. I don't think it's going to be enough to cause any flooding, but we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Showers tonight, low of 52. Tomorrow afternoon, thunderstorms are possible, 74. A steady rainfall Wednesday, 53. Thursday, Friday, we dry out. Temperatures in the 50s. Notice Thursday night into Friday, 36. So it's going to be pretty chilly at night still. Showers both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures near 60 on Monday. We'll be right back.
For a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Such a beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine, warm, very comfortable, 72 degrees. The current temperature, dew point's 39. It's the humidity is very, very low. The weather is going to change this week. We have some rain on the way, a few thunderstorms tomorrow, followed by a steadier soaking rain Wednesday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. If you haven't had a chance to enjoy today, you have this evening. The weather looks to stay dry, and we have daylight until just after 8 o'clock these days. Showers return tonight. A chance for thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Very small chance that a few of these could be on the stronger side. And then we're tracking a steady rainfall Wednesday and much cooler temperatures. And it doesn't look like we're done with frost yet. So if you're itching to get things planted that are sensitive to frosts, you're going to want to hold off at least for the next week. Partly sunny skies, temperatures in the 60s this evening. Tracking the chance of storms tomorrow along with some steadier, heavier rain Wednesday. Look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
As Newport homeowners and business
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking sunshine, but the weather is going to change. Some showers, a few thunderstorms are possible tomorrow afternoon. And then we're also tracking a steadier rainfall for Wednesday and much cooler weather for the rest of the week. A live look in downtown Utica, a glorious day. Nice spring afternoon, comfortable temperatures near 70. If you haven't had a chance to get out and enjoy it, if you've been busy, we've got a nice evening ahead to enjoy over the next couple of hours. Our sunset is just after 8 o'clock these days. Tomorrow afternoon, we have the risk for a few thunderstorms. Central New York is what's considered in marginal risk for severe weather. That means it's very low. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but there's just a very low chance of a strong storm or two. We'll keep an eye on things. I'm not super concerned, but again, in the afternoon, we could have a couple of storms roll through. If you are going to be out and about, it's always handy to be able to get weather information on the go. This is an easy and free way to do it by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You'll get notifications on watches, warnings, and also if there's heavy rain nearby or any lightning strikes. If you have to cut the lawn, this evening would be a great time to do that. If not, you're going to have to wait until Thursday. We have some rain in the forecast Tuesday and Wednesday. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. With this warm weather upon us, as we've turned the calendar into May, some of you might be thinking about planting things like tomatoes and peppers. Not yet. We've got a frost in the forecast, at least possible for Thursday night. We're still not out of frost season yet. A few more weeks here. But we're almost there. Skywatchers, Whitesboro 68 degrees, Cassville 67, Barneveld 63, Fairfield 70, Mohawk 68, Westford 64, Paynes Hollow 68, and Carroll Worcester 69 degrees. I want to give a special shout out to our Skywatchers. Today is National Weather Observers Day, and we always appreciate the folks that are sending us these reports each and every day, whether it's temperatures or rainfall or snowfall. Definitely helps us out. So look at the bigger picture. We're tracking a cold front moving in from the west. This will arrive tomorrow, and it brings us a few scattered storms. Tonight, chance of a shower tonight. Overnight lows in the upper 50s. Tomorrow, a shower or two in the morning. Chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the 70s. The rain becomes steadier heading into Wednesday. This cold front's going to stall and produce a soaking rain throughout Wednesday afternoon. We're thinking a general inch to inch and a half of rain between tomorrow as well as Wednesday, and that could be enough to cause ponding on roadways and some minor flooding in poor drainage areas. Showers tonight, a low of 52. Chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon, 74. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. It's cooler Wednesday and wet. We do get a chance to dry out Thursday and Friday. Mother's Day weekend, a couple of showers, although Sunday looks a little bit nicer than Saturday. Temperatures in the mid-60s.
All right, Bill, thank you. Still ahead here on News Channel 2.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. So, 59 now? Is that?
I got the wrong graphic loaded here. Hold on.
Will it change? There we go. And it goes back.
Well, anyway, I wanted to start off by talking about the chance for thunderstorms tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Not expecting anything crazy, so this isn't going to be an alert day. But just be aware if you're going to be out tomorrow afternoon. We do have a cold front coming in. And this could promote a couple of isolated stronger storms. The risk for severe weather, it's not high, but it's there. As we look at our current temperature, 59 degrees, mostly clear. It's actually a relatively warm night. And again, we're tracking some showers that'll be arriving late tonight, so clouds will be thickening up overnight. Again, some thunderstorms are possible tomorrow afternoon. That is part of a cold front that's a slow mover. We're talking about some heavier rain as we head into Wednesday. And it could be a pretty significant amount of rain. Not super heavy, but definitely steady and a soaking rain expected here over the next 2 days. Showers tonight, a low of 52. We are tracking the chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow. I'm timing that out. Look at your forecast coming up. Jay's back to you.
Bill, thank you. Former Mid-State Correct.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. We are looking at dry weather tonight, at least for now. There will be some rain showers here late tonight. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. What you're seeing is the radar in clear air mode, and this is showing a lot of birds migrating. In fact, our early May is peak migration for birds, and we have a lot of them in the night sky, and our radar is going haywire with that. Again, it's in sensitive mode. We can see some rain further to the west, and that rain will be arriving here late tonight. With the rain comes the risk for severe weather. It's a very low risk. The Storm Prediction Center has Central New York at a marginal risk, which is a level 1 out of 5. What we're talking about tomorrow is an isolated strong storm. So again, not a huge deal, but it is something we watch because, again, there is a chance that one of these could get strong. And again, the timing is going to be in the afternoon. And if you are going to be out and about and you want to have a way to get weather information on the go, download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. It'll give you alerts. And if there's even just heavy rain nearby or lightning strikes, it's a free and easy way to continue to stay on top of the weather. Looking to cut the lawn, opportunities aren't going to be great over the next couple of days with rain in the forecast. Thursday should be better. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Just a reminder, we keep pushing folks to hold off on planting sensitive vegetables because of frost chances. So we keep talking about how it's not until the end of May that we're completely out of frost season. Well, guess what? We have another chance for a frost later this week. We actually have 2 chances, one of them Wednesday night, but a better one on Thursday night. And that would include all of central New York. So I would hold off at least another week if you live in the lower elevations, and at least 2 to 3 weeks if you live in the higher terrain. Bigger picture shows low pressure working in from the west. Showers will be arriving late tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low to mid 50s. A shower or 2 possible early tomorrow. The thunderstorms arrive in the afternoon time. And again, there could be a strong storm possible with this as it moves in. Temperatures will make their way into the 70s before the wet weather arrives. Steady, chilly rain throughout most of Wednesday. It's looking like a washout with temperatures only in the low 50s. Total rainfall looks to be over an inch between tomorrow and Wednesday. Showers tonight, low 52. Tomorrow afternoon, thunderstorms, 74. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A cold rain Wednesday, 53. Sunshine Thursday, Friday. Scattered showers over the weekend, but we do warm up into the 60s for Mother's Day. We'll be right back.
Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. We're tracking the risk of severe weather coming up.
Yeah, it's very low, so it's not going to be an alert day tomorrow. But if you're outside tomorrow, just be aware there could be a few rumbles of thunder, some locally heavy rain. It looks like the afternoon is when this is going to happen, and there could be 1 or 2 of these that could be on the stronger side. It's an isolated chance here. Actually, I think the bigger concern is going to be rainfall that follows this and lasts into Wednesday. We get into this pretty wet weather pattern over the next 48 hours. It's clear this evening, temperature of 59. It's pretty warm out there tonight. We got into the low 70s. It turned out to be a beautiful day, a little windy, but a really nice afternoon. Showers arrive late tonight. The possibility of some thunder, a couple of rumbles of thunder tomorrow afternoon. Heavier rain looks to arrive as we head into Wednesday. And the showers will be arriving late tonight. Low temperature of 52. We get into a pretty unsettled weather pattern for the short term. We've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Former Mid-State Corrections Officer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. We're looking at a pretty warm night across the region, mostly clear skies for now. We are tracking some rain that's going to be moving in from the west late tonight. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. You're probably wondering, what is this? It's not raining now. Why is the radar all green? Well, this is in sensitive mode. And this is detecting a lot of birds migrating. Early May is peak migration for birds, and a lot of them travel at night, and our radar in sensitive mode can pick up on that. Now that we turn it on into regular mode, now you can see what's going on. Some scattered thunderstorms to the west. These are heading east and these will be impacting our weather late tonight. I think just a few showers will be around tonight. There will be a couple of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Storm Prediction Center has Central New York in marginal risk for severe weather. It's a level 1 out of 5. Again, we're going to keep an eye on things in the afternoon, but I'm not too concerned about anything too strong. Reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. If you're looking to cut the lawn, it's going to be tough to do it over the next couple of days with rain, especially Wednesday. That looks to be a washout. Thursday gets better. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. A reminder, it's too early to plant. We keep talking about this, about how our last frost is typically mid to late May. We have another chance of frost Wednesday night, another chance of frost Thursday night. I actually think Thursday night will be the best chance of frost, or the most likely night that we'll have frost in central New York. Again, just too early to plant anything sensitive to frosts. A couple more weeks here for most of central New York. To the west we go. We are tracking a cold front that will be producing thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, increasing clouds, a few scattered showers, overnight lows in the mid-50s. Tomorrow morning, a few showers around early. We dry out in the mid to late morning. A few thunderstorms possible in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 70s. Scattered showers will continue into tomorrow night. Temperatures drop into the mid-40s. On Wednesday, this front gets stuck, and it just produces steady rain for the majority of the day. We're calling it a washout Wednesday. Rain continues into Wednesday night. In terms of rainfall totals between tomorrow and Wednesday, we're thinking 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. So a good soaker here across central New York. Showers tonight, low 52. Tomorrow afternoon, thunderstorms, 74 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Scattered showers here tomorrow night. Steady rain Wednesday. Again, a washout, a high of 53. Thursday and Friday look dry. A few showers as we head into Mother's Day weekend. We'll be right back.